YouTube, what's going on in this dosage? We're reacting to one of the Pop the Balloon or Find Love video clips of a guy that I seen with dreads that was circulating social media, and everybody was saying that he was getting rejected because he was too nice. Now, men who don't have experience with women, they will typically attribute a guy's personality to it being the X factor in him getting rejected by women or disregarded by women, when in reality, it's often the way that we look. See, a guy has to be physically attractive to women first and foremost for women to even take interest in if he's too nice or not. And I think that it was important for me to do this reaction so that men could learn to identify and draw that distinction when women actually reject men. It's not on the basis of them necessarily being too nice, but more so on the basis of them not being physically attractive or exuding a masculine aura that is innately seductive or creates sexual tension when a woman first sees him. Let's get a dose of this shit.
Hi. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you take that. What's your name?
My name is Chandler.
Chandler?
Yes.
Okay, and Chandler, how?
So y'all see, he got several pops already before he even opened his mouth. That's not because he was too nice. The women that popped the balloons couldn't have possibly thought he was too nice when he didn't even speak yet. It's the way that he's dressed, it's his posture, it's the way he walked up, and then you'll see more women pop their balloons when he actually speaks because they might have found him decent looking, you know, not dismissive on the basis of him not being attractive enough, but then when they heard him speak and his voice didn't have any type of baritone, a seductive tone, which voice attraction is actually a thing. Women's auditory responses to a man's voice, they respond. And if a guy has a seductive voice or a deeper voice, or he has a seductive tone, then women will find that attractive. Women dismiss men on the basis of their voice as well. So these things co-founded together has resulted in him already getting balloon pops, and all he said was, "My name is Chandler."
How old are you?
28.
28, and what do you do?
I'm a fraud analyst. So I just look at customers' accounts, make sure that their fraudulent use of their account number.
And I want y'all to notice, the majority of the women who have popped their balloons are women who would typically go for the hood or street type black dude. You know, you can tell by the way women present themselves, the way they dress, the way they speak, the type of guys that they're typically interested in. They're young, exuberant women, and they seem to have a thing for guys who look much more masculine and have muscles and who are tatted up and probably aren't that articulate, and will call them a bitch every now and then when he gets pissed off. He doesn't fit. He doesn't embody that. This guy does not embody any of that. He looks like the computer nerd who sits behind the computer and who dresses like he used to wear DC shoes in high school and used to sit with the white boys who he could relate to, and they were just a round table of nerds. You know what I mean? He's essentially Alvin Johnson from Love Don't Cost a Thing. He needs a whole makeover with his clothes. He needs a new style. He needs new swagger. And women are hip to these kind of things, and women make these inferential judgments when they first see a guy, and they will dismiss a guy if you do not even look the part. So being physically attractive, having a certain swagger, having a certain voice will all be predominant factors in a woman's initial attraction to you. And this is what guys who don't get women don't seem to realize. They think it really has to do with you being a nice guy, when in reality is, if you're an attractive guy, if you have some charisma, you have some assertiveness, you have some dominance or some bass in your voice, women will typically find you being nice or kind as attractive. I've been there plenty of times. When you have so much leeway when a woman finds you attractive, there's so many things that you can do that she will overlook, or actually she won't even notice. Her mind doesn't even register it, and it becomes advantageous to you. So if you're an attractive guy and you're kind, you're generous, you speak in a softer tone with your woman, women will actually find those things even more attractive. That will elevate a woman's attraction to you. It's not because this guy is nice. He didn't say much and he was already dismissed by the youngest, most superficial women that are standing on this panel. And y'all realize they're the youngest and most superficial women because the younger women are, the more superficial they can be, because the higher their mate value and the more options they potentially have due to their youth.
Just pay them back if it's a fraud case. If not, I just deny the claim off the evidence I found.
Oh,
So you notice the two women who still have their balloons, they're taller, they're not as attractive, and they appear to be older, which aligns with what he should be able to attract given his physical stature, the fact that he's not super muscular, he's not a fashion guru, and he's just looks like a laid back, chill, nice guy. So you see the older women who aren't as attractive and who are heavier, they're more in tune with his mate value. They're more in the sphere of his mate value, which is why they can't afford to be as dismissive, because intrinsically people know when they're similar to someone in mate value, and they know they can't afford to be as picky as these younger girls with the vibrant dresses on who look like they just date men who give them emotional and physical damage.
okay, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Yeah, just kind of like my other half. You know what I mean? Someone that compliments me, someone that's by my side, definitely loves me for just me. You know?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Definitely like kids with multiple men. And just close.
Now, he is a nice guy. He has his head on straight. Like I said, he's a laid back, easygoing guy. There's nothing wrong with him. He just has to work on his physical appearance, and he has to get some edge to his aura. If he had some edge to his aura and got some musculature and talked with some bass and stood upright and put some confidence in his voice, he would probably increase his attractiveness by 3 points. By 3 points. I'm sure these women are internally feeling like now at this point, based on what he's told them and what they've garnered from him, that he's just not rough enough for them. He's just not tough enough for them. Now the fact that he's appearing to be a super nice guy based on the things that he says, I'm just looking for somebody who's my other half, and I'm just, looking for somebody, that I can bond with, and all of those things, they start to reduce the attraction that any of these women did. Whatever little bit of attraction that the women who didn't pop their balloons had to him, I'm sure the more he talks, the more it's going to be reduced, because now he's starting to give off the nice guy vibe. He's too nice. He's too much of a sweetheart. And I don't want people to misconflate or misconstrue when we say someone is a nice guy. That means that they're the guy who puts on a facade and pretends to tell women the things that they want to hear and aren't upfront about what they actually want from women. No, they mean he's genuinely a nice guy. As in, his attitude, he would appear to be more agreeable. He would appear to be more accepting. He would appear to be more of a panderer, more of a caterer in a relationship, especially for these black women. We already know how black women are. Don't y'all get me started on how black women are. Now, these women seem to be a little bit more on the sweet side relative to other black women that we've seen who can get aggressive and mouthy and be disagreeable and masculine, but they still appear they would walk over him nonetheless, and I'm sure they think at this point they would probably walk over him in a relationship, or they'd cheat on him.
Mindedness,
Okay.
not willing to just try new things and, just be spontaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we did get a couple of pop balloons.
Of course.
Let's go over to just a few of these ladies, see why they ended up popping their balloons.
Sure, of course,
Okay,
of course.
Let's start over here.
course.
We can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23.
Hi.
I just popped in here just because I don't like your outfit.
Sure.
I like your face. I like your height. I like everything about you.
What I say? Told y'all. She like his face. She don't like his outfit. What did I tell y'all? I just said in the beginning that women will dismiss you on the way you look, the way you dress, the tonality in your voice. Those would be 3 predominant factors. I said he's like Alvin Johnson. He's like Alvin Johnson from Love Don't Cost a Thing. where Paris Hilton, Christina Milian, and Nick Cannon, if y'all have seen that movie, where he dressed something like this right here, and Christina Milian, Paris Morgan gave him a makeover and put him in the Sean John and made him the eye candy of the school with men. Then he was getting all the chicks, and they was calling him Aquaman because he was getting them hoes wet. Nah, that's not why they was calling him Aquaman, but y'all get the point. But yes, I told y'all, like, black women are superficial as shit when it comes to how we dress. If you not dressed like her favorite rapper or her favorite R&B singer, you don't have on no J's, the right jeans, the right kind of shirt, black women will dismiss you in a heartbeat on the way that you dress. And we know this because we're superficial when it comes to the way we dress in the black community. We have to be dialed up. We have to be wearing chains, jewelry, J's, Gucci shoes, Burberry, Louis V. Well, you have to peacock for women in the black community. If you ain't peacocking for women in the black community, black women, they just overlooking you unless you just that damn attractive to where you can just walk around in some gray sweats and a t-shirt that probably hug you tight enough to show the definition in your arms. If you come around black women dressed like this, most black women are going to dismiss you, especially if they look anything like these black women. I mean, these are modern women. They're 23, 22, 24. They're modern women.
But you like, if you had something different on, I would definitely like be like, pick me.
So,
But, yeah.
my next question for you is, what kind of outfit would you expect me to like wear? What would you?
Not a flannel because it's hot as shit outside.
Definitely,
And then
definitely.
other than that, maybe if you would have just took anime, not that either. Pokemon
So that's
or
a deal
I think
breaker.
no, I don't know. It's just childish. But if you would have probably took the flannel off, maybe
Sure.
it would have gave a little bit more. But you making me hot standing in front of me, so yeah.
Sure.
But that's it.
No worries.
And your name's Chandler.
Yeah.
It's so
Like the city.
interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
She don't like his name. She don't like the flannel. She don't like anime. But this is why guys like him do better dating outside of their race. Because black women don't like these type of black dudes. Now she says she like his face. I believe her. But she doesn't like his flannel, anime, or his name being Chandler. Extremely superficial. But again, this is how some women are. This is women. This is female nature. This is female behavior. You can have a gripe with it, but this is how women are. And as men, these are things that you just have to accept. I'm not your cup of tea, baby girl. That's cool. I'm going to go date Becky over here because Becky like anime. White boys wear flannels. And white women like black men who sound like they're eloquent and educated. So I'm going to go over here with Becky. Becky she'll be more appreciative of me. She won't be so dismissive. Notice I said Becky. I ain't talking about the rich suburb white girl who like the bad boys who ride motorcycles and who, the jock white boys or the frat white boys. I'm talking about Becky, the little sweet white girl. I'm talking about her.
No worries. Thank
Better
you.
off it. I would have, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, is Kayla someone that's your type?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I like the braids. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, tattoos are cool.
Thank you.
She's definitely someone I would approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go over to another lady.
Sure.
We're going to skip around. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
I'm Lex, I'm 23,
Lex.
and you're just not my type.
No worries.
Like, your whole aesthetic is just not, it doesn't fit me.
Sure. No
So,
worries.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
2 for 2. Told y'all again. His whole aesthetic doesn't fit her. Now, what do y'all think her aesthetic is? Just by looking at her, what do y'all think her aesthetic is? Rapper or athlete? Guy who dresses like rapper or athlete? I'm telling y'all. It don't have nothing to do with him being nice. They didn't pop their balloons when he first walked in because he was nice. They don't know this motherfucker. They don't know this nigga. How they going? And this is what I believe I seen Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. some incel page on Twitter that's literally called like incel involuntary celibate, or men page for incels and stuff like that, saying this is what happens when you're too nice. No, this is what happens when women don't find you attractive physically, or they're not attracted to your style or the aura you have. You don't exude enough masculinity. They'll dismiss you. They'll dismiss you. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. It all comes down to sexual attraction. It all comes down to sexual attraction. In both men and women, the first thing we register is a person's physical appearance. Our predominant sense is sight. So that's the first thing we register, sight. That's the predominant thing that we interpret, that we register when we see somebody, how physically attractive they are, what they have on. The next thing is how they sound. There are plenty of studies that show based on a man's voice, a woman will be sexually aroused by him or not. And the same thing with women. Women with deeper voices tend to be friend zoned more, or men eliminate them as potential mates. So yeah, this is a thing. It has nothing to do with him being nice. He didn't get rejected because he's nice. But you have guys who don't get women and who aren't as that attractive themselves, who can attract women with their physical appearance, who've never experienced women being physically attracted to them, who say, oh, it must be because he's nice, because they don't fully understand how valuable and how significant physical appearance and physical attractiveness and what constitutes those things. They don't understand how valuable and significant those things are when women evaluate a mate. A woman has to want you inside of her. She has to look at you and want you inside of her. She has to look at you and imagine how you would sound talking to her when y'all have sex. These are the things that women think about.
Okay. All right. And now is Lex someone that you would approach?
Yeah, no, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Love the hairstyle, love the dress. Tattoos are cool. Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah,
Thank
she's
you.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, cool. Thank you, Lex. And we did get one down here as
Yes,
well. Let's
yes.
go over here.
Hi.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, my name is Dira. I'm 22 years of age.
Yeah.
And I just popped because even though I don't really know you, but based off of physical attraction, I'm not necessarily attracted.
Totally.
But that's really it.
Yeah, no, I respect
I love
it.
your freckles. Hi,
Thank you.
freckles.
3 for 3. I gave y'all three factors, and each woman hit one of the 3 factors that I gave y'all. None of it had to do with him being nice. And this is not one of them instances where you say, don't listen to what women say, watch what they do, because what they did was pop their balloons the moment that they seen him and the moment that they heard him speak, which tells you that it was all predicated on physical attractiveness, physical appearance. He didn't create any sexual tension just off visual cues alone. Because these women wouldn't want to walk around with a man who's dressed like this. They're not attracted to it. And women tend to be conformative, so they probably have similar tastes in the type of guys that they would date in terms of the physical aesthetic and the fashion aesthetic.
Yeah, you're
I like
really
it.
handsome.
Thank you.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Now, is she also someone that you would approach?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Eyes are beautiful. Hair is
you.
great. Dress is
Tattoos are
great.
great.
you.
Yeah,
I
she's
thought
super
she
beautiful.
don't have no
Definitely.
tattoos.
Thank
Those
you.
tattoos are great.
Let's go over here. If we
Yes.
can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
I'm Jazz. I'm 26. I pop really because I feel like we would be more friends. I'm a very not aggressive, but I'm a very dominant person, and I just can't see you being overly dominant over me. So
There we go. Now that's more along the lines of him being nice, but it's in regards to what I said. It's in regards to, yet again, what I said in the beginning about how a woman has to want to be physically dominant, and these women think they will walk over him. I literally just said that verbatim. See, this is why y'all need to listen to me. Y'all need to pay attention to what I'm telling y'all, because y'all can't dismiss what women say about men. Women are not idiots. They know what they want in men. The only thing that we say you shouldn't listen to what women say, you should watch what they do, is because when you ask a woman what her type is, they tend to say politically correct things, as opposed to, I like guys who would potentially rough me up, or who would scare me if he got mad, or who I feel like could put me in a corner and break my back if we had sex. They're not going to say those things. Those are the instances where you shouldn't listen to what women say, but watch what they do when it comes to who they select in mating and dating. But I'm telling y'all, these women all gave spot on answers of what I initially said in the beginning, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about 99% of the time. And all of this stuff is backed by data research. All of this stuff is in the evolutionary psychological literature. All of it.
I just feel like we would be better as friends.
Interesting. Okay, so you feel that I would not be the dominant one.
I just
in
feel
the
like you'd be
situation.
passive, and I don't. Not like there's nothing wrong with that. That's
Yeah.
just I just feel, which is fine if you're passive, just not for me.
See, and there's the politically correct answer. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, there is something wrong with that, because you rejected me on the basis of you feeling like you would dominate me or you would be too aggressive for me. So obviously, there's something wrong with that. It's always going to be something wrong if there's a reason you reject me on the basis of physical attraction or something that you perceive to be the case. And this may not even be the reality. In my professional opinion, I'm willing to bet that it is the reality. I'm willing to bet that she would get disrespectful before he does. And I'm willing to bet that she would put her hands on him before he would ever put his hands on her. But I mean, her saying that, it's there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with that, because you just literally rejected me on the basis of you feeling like that I'm not aggressive enough for you, or more aggressive than you are or would be.
Interesting. Okay, no worries.
But you're cool. Like nothing
Yeah, no,
else.
I totally understand. Thank you. Yeah.
See how she, but you're cool. See, that's why women are politically correct. Women don't want you to feel bad when they reject you. They don't want you, because that's what they do. A woman will conflate you rejecting her with her being a bad person. So they project that interpretation onto men, and they think that's how men will feel about a woman rejecting him. Now, granted, there are men who take it personal. There are men who get upset and frustrated, and we've all seen the stories of men who put their hands on women who reject them, and even kill women who reject them. So there are men who will take it personally and become violent, but most of the time, especially if you got a guy like this, you can tell he's not super offended. And of course, he's attracted to most of these women, because the woman in the black dress, she's attractive. The one in the blue dress is okay. The first two women, the one in the black and the pink, they're both really attractive. And as guys, we don't have as many physical standards or physical thresholds that a woman needs to meet in order for us to want to sleep with them. If you a 6, then you're potentially girlfriend material, as long as your personality is right. Physical appearance wise, as long as you're not overweight and you got a symmetrical face and you have some neotness features, you have some bright little puppy dog like eyes, or they glisten, or they look glossy, and you have a little button nose, and you have cute little lips, and you have some hips, we can work with a 6. We can work with a 7. I mean, 6 and 7, statistically speaking, are still more attractive than the average man. The average man is, according to the data, is like a 4. So, of course, most guys are going to find women who don't find them attractive, unless that woman is just butt-ass ugly or just fat as hell to the point where it's not attractive.
All right, and now is Jasmine someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. Love the braids, love the outfit. Everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? Real stylish. She's cool. Yeah, definitely.
Someone like the outfit, okay. All right, let's go on over here. Yes, we can.
Bro, if they was the last humans on Earth, if this was a little tribe or society, he would impregnate all these women. Yeah, she's cool. I love the tats, love the dress, love the hair. She's cool. Yeah, she's cool. I like her. She's definitely my type. Yeah. Bro would have no problem repopulating his country. If we took him and these women and isolated them and put them in some uncharted territory, bro would have no issues copulating with all these women and reproducing. Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. But as men, like I said, evolutionarily, we got to be like that. We got to be like, she's cool. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Who else going to repopulate the species? Who else going to propagate the genes? That's why guys' standards are minimal compared to women's. Got to reproduce somehow. Can't be super picky as a guy. You're only picky as a guy when it comes to commitment. Sex, that's a different story. Sex is a different story.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
I'm Brianna. I'm 26. You know, my typical
She
my
like thugs and
typical
hood niggas.
physical attraction is like a dark skin. So
Totally.
you know, you pretty light. You light bright.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not ugly though.
Yeah. Now I've kind of like seen this before, and I've
Like
just always
thugs
wanted
and
to
hood
ask,
niggas.
what is like your negative, or what is your sort of like issue? Not necessarily issue, but what is your like, I guess for a lack of better words, what is your beef, if you will, with light skinned individuals? Do you
I don't have a
necessarily
beef at all.
Yeah, you just
I'm just
necessarily
more so attracted.
Let me ask y'all something. If he was Chris Brown, y'all think she would have said that? I guarantee she wouldn't have. She's not super physically attracted to him. Now, in this instance, she lied a little bit. She attributed it to him being light skinned. It's not because he's light skinned. It's because she's not physically attracted to him. Anytime a woman mentions the reason why she's not attracted to you, all you have to do is swap out that variable with somebody who has that same variable, but different variables that co-found with those variables, and see if you get the same outcome. I guarantee you, if it was a light-skinned thing and strictly because he was light-skinned, then that means she would reject every light-skinned man that she's seen. I guarantee she has been with light-skinned men. I guarantee there's light-skinned men that she's crushed on and fawns over. And I guarantee if that was a light-skinned man standing before her with the status or the aesthetic of a Chris Brown, she would not have rejected him.
To dark skin. Like,
Dark skin,
that's
exactly.
just, you know, chocolate. Ooh.
Okay.
You feel me? It make you melt.
Okay.
So that's just it. Other than that, like, you're not, you know, you're cute.
Yeah,
But I just prefer
just a little bit darker. If I
chocolate
was,
with
yeah.
dark skin.
Okay, for sure, for sure.
It compliments me.
Disingenuous as shit.
Compliments my
You're cute.
skin tone.
Okay, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay,
I don't have a beef.
I like
That's an
that. I
easy-
like that.
that's an easy
Reasonable answer.
letdown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely.
All right, and that was Brianna, someone that's your type?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful. Love the earrings. Love the hair. Dress is awesome. Heels are great. Everything looks cool.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No, you're great.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Love,
Two more
great,
ladies up
awesome.
here.
That's bro favorite
We can have your
vocabulary
name and age
words.
and why you ended up
Love,
popping.
great,
My name
awesome.
is Jacqueline. I'm 25.
Jacqueline, hello.
I ended up popping because I feel like we're not aesthetically compatible.
Sure.
Like, I'm not really feeling your shirt
Sure.
or like the rips in your pants.
Sure.
But I
No
think
worries.
you are very handsome in the
No
face.
worries. Now, is it like a past experience you've had with guys that dress like me, or is it just like not really feeling the style?
No, she just
No,
don't like your
not a
style,
past
bro.
experience.
She
I'm
just don't
just
like
not
style.
feeling the style.
Yeah, she
Of course,
just don't like your
of course.
style, bro.
I appreciate
Don't
that.
like
Thank
your
you.
style.
Welcome.
And now, same thing. Is she someone that is
Yeah,
your type?
beautiful, beautiful. Love the hair. Earrings look great. Dress is cool. You know what I'm saying? Accessorizing well. Heels look cool. Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You're welcome.
Okay, and your name, age, and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Esther. I am
Esther.
23.
23, cool.
I have some reasons for you. You ready
what's up?
for them? Okay, so I like that you find beauty in everyone.
Yeah.
All the ladies here are gorgeous. I appreciate that, but
Definitely.
I feel like you should know exactly what you want.
Oh, I do. Trust me.
Okay. All right.
No, that's
sounds
locked
good.
in. Trust me. I
All
already
right.
know.
Because she did ask, like, is she your type? And you kept saying yes and yes and yes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I love chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's
you know
about
what?
Women kill me. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You literally just pointed out what your gripe is with it. Like this and that and that. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just, I don't really like this and that and that, but there's nothing wrong with it. Bro, you literally pointing out what you have an issue with, sitting here telling me there's nothing wrong with it after you just stated that you have an issue with it. That's one of the things about women that will irk you too. But there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want you to get offended or get the wrong idea, because they're literally trying to play Good Samaritan. Women love trying to play Good Samaritan. They do not want you to take offense to any of the ways in which you could potentially be offensive, or they could be offensive to you. They don't want you to take offense to it. But no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, why you bring it up?
beautiful black women here.
Take
so
it back then.
yeah.
Okay.
Trust me.
Second reason, if I could just take the shoes, I'll take the shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just strip all of that. Keep the face. You're handsome.
Wait, so you don't like the sneakers?
No.
Bro, What did I say? What did I say in the beginning? Go ahead. You guys repeat it to me. What did I say in the beginning? I said they want a guy with Jordans. She literally just said, "Bro, keep the sevens," because I think he got on the Olympic sevens, if I'm not mistaken. He got on the Myro Olympic sevens. Because I've had those. I had a pair of those. I sold them, but I had a pair of those. And she wants to strip everything up, believe the Jordans. I told you, women are superficial as fuck. Black women are superficial as fuck. And they have one archetype of aesthetic when it comes to clothing that they like in men. I told y'all, if y'all don't take nothing else away from this reaction, take away the fact that I know what the fuck I be talking about. Y'all listen to me. Follow me. I'm good at what I do.
Oh, I like the sneakers.
Okay.
This gone.
Oh, okay. So the rest
The
of
outfit,
got
the
it,
clothes.
got it,
The
okay.
outfit.
They look like
Which,
the Olympic
honestly,
sevens.
it's
They
something
dirty
that
as
you
shit
can
if they are.
change.
Yeah.
I get that
Without a doubt.
as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, you kind of knew what we were gonna look like.
Okay, so
as far as,
this
like,
is my
attire
next
goes.
question. This is my
Yes.
next question because I've seen a few of these videos, and a
Okay.
lot of women have like straight up flamed men off like wearing suits, off wearing like what they're comfortable with.
I
So
get
you
that.
tell me, like, what do you want your man to like? How do you want your man to dress? How do you want your man to look?
Would you dress like this on the first date with me?
Yes, this is what I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
This is who I am.
Hey, I love that. I respect that. It's just if like you dress like that on the first date, I would.
And honestly, fellas, learn from that. It's a good answer. Don't alter who you are for a woman. If you comfortable being who you are, if you comfortable dressing the way you dress, if you comfortable with your aesthetic, like I said, I'm just not your cup of tea, baby girl. That's fine. I'm not your cup of tea. It's cool. Becky over here, Becky like my flannel. Becky like my anime. She like my ripped jeans, and she don't care about the type of shoes that I wear because white women walk around in dirty Air Force Ones and Chuck Taylors all the goddamn time. So they don't care. So I'm gonna go over there with Becky. Black women, but y'all see, they a picky ass group of women to be the least desired, least married, highest divorce, and highest rates of marriage instability, aren't they? This is a picky ass group of women to be as shitty when it comes to relationships as they are. Everything about your physical appearance can be a deterrent. What you actually bring to the relationship in terms of your personality, that takes a back seat. But I mean, to a degree, that's all women. But black women are at the peak of superficiality. It's crazy. And there could be some evolutionary cultural reasons for that. You know, it could be the fact that we were oppressed and we needed markers and indicators of being high status or having wealth more so than other cultures needed in order to indicate that they were somebody of prestige or status or had a few dollars in the bank. So we got to peacock a little bit more because we're a little bit more animalistic. Yeah, I said it. I went there. We're a little bit more primitive in our dating and mating strategies than other cultures of women tend to be. So we have to do things that are more similar to wilder counterparts. And I don't mean that like racially. I mean that like culturally. I'm not saying that blacks are different than whites or Asians, etc., etc. Y'all know I don't even believe in the concept of race as a social construct. But I'm saying the cultural factors and what we've grown to value, the black community's value system in terms of what we find attractive in mates, we've definitely deviated in some ways of what we would consider normal or be less restrictive on.
Probably.
So then my next question is, how do you want your man to dress on the first date?
Bring back that dark skin man. That his
So
outfit.
do with the open.
Oh,
yeah. My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, your brother.
Yeah.
You could learn a few things.
Got it. For sure.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, you're handsome. Your answers have been great. Your questions have been great. I like your face. Like I said, it's just the outfit. Besides that, maybe. Who knows?
Copy. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
you.
Thank you.
And now, is she someone that is your type?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love beautiful black women. You know what I mean? Dresses fantastic. Everything's on point. So I have no problem with this.
Now let me just say, the two girls in the black dresses, they fine as hell to me. Her right there in the black dress, she's gorgeous, and the other one in the black dress, she's gorgeous. They would probably be the two that I would be most interested in by far out of this group of women. The two in the black dresses, they're the type of black women that I typically date. And I've dated women that look similar to them, both in body type and facially physical appearance. A couple of my previous girlfriends have been similar to their aesthetic. So they're definitely my type. And I definitely love that brown skin. I love brown skin women like that where yeah, they fine as hell. The two black dresses are fine as hell. I'm just that they the finest ones out of the group of women by far.
Yeah, she's great.
Very cool. Thank you.
Cool.
And we did get one down here.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Karma. I'm 24. Actually, you are my type, and you're somebody I'll be interested in.
Yes.
Now, when you said that you would wear that for a first date, I'm not opposed, but I do feel like people should dress up for first dates.
Okay.
You know, women, we got to do a little bit more. I feel like the man should be able to subside.
Okay.
Now, for me, it is personally like I had questions, but like
Yeah.
I just felt like if I wasn't going to personally go on a date with you or match further, that's stuff that we can still talk about as friends, but it just wouldn't be somebody that I would look for as a partner with you right now.
Sure.
But otherwise, you're a great person. You seem cool.
Thanks.
Seem interesting.
Yeah,
You got some cool stuff
respect
on.
the answer. Nah, that's nice. That was well spoken.
Now, doesn't she talk like she's more his type? Doesn't her whole vibe seem more like his type? She's not super slim. She's not super short. She's decent looking. She's not ugly. She articulates a lot better than some of the other women. She has that certain resonance in her tonality that's just, you know, they seem like they would be a decent fit. They seem like they would be a decent fit. She definitely seems like more of his type, and they seem more similar in mate value and in values than him and the rest of the women on the panel. I could say that much. But typically, you can look at people and tell who would be a good match for one another. Well, y'all can't. Most people can't. But I'm being someone who studies human behavior. It's easy for me to be able to see, even on physical aesthetic alone, who tends to be more of the other person's type. And then when you hear them talk and you hear the things that they like, you hear them share values and maybe political orientation, and you can see the similar levels of intelligence. You start to see, oh yeah, these two people, they would be a good match. They're similar in mate value.
Spoken.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, and I feel like I know the answer to this, but is she your type?
And chocolate. You already know. Yeah, come on now. Like, come on now. Dress is cool. Like, everything's good. Hair's on point. Yeah. I like the little, like, nose ring kind of thing. Yeah. It's different. Yeah. I like that. I like
Thank you. Yeah, no, I found him interesting. I probably just need to know you more, but otherwise, I just felt like I was going more off the outfit and off of just seeing myself with you. But yeah, you seem like a great person though.
Totally. Cool. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you. So we do have an unpopped balloon
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Mishna. I'm 23.
Okay. And Mishna, why do you still have your balloon unpopped?
Well, with all of my fellow colleagues, they had a lot of good points, but I feel like
Now look at the way she dressed. Look at the way she dressed. She's clearly the most modest woman on the panel. She probably has the most substance of the women on the panel. And as you guys can see, she's definitely much more tolerant than the other women on the panel. She doesn't even look, what did she say? She's 24, 23, 24. She looks older than that a little bit. Of course, she's heavier. But like I said, you guys just see how it's demonstrated when we innately demonstrate, if I don't know how to put it, but we basically know when we're similar to someone in mate value. We know when someone is more of our type, and we need to be more lenient and accepting of that individual being similar to us in mate value. Like, we could nitpick and find things that's wrong with the person, but in reality, we know, this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get. This is probably the best that I'm going to do. And you seem to have a realistic woman here, and because she has substance and because she's dressed modestly, and you can hear it in the way that she speaks and the way that she presents herself, she can do it. She can deal with a guy like this. She can deal with a guy like this. And she might even fix him up a little bit. She might even fix him up and have him looking like the man. She ain't gonna have him dressed out in J's and Nike and Gucci and Louis V and all of those, affluent clothing lines, but she definitely will probably get him to get a shape up and probably get him to trim his beard a little better and probably get him to wash his scalp a little more and probably get him to iron his clothes and his presentation will be a point or two more attractive than what it currently is. Because best believe, women gonna fix you up. It don't even matter how good you look. A woman is gonna find a way to fix you up. A woman is gonna find a way to make you look even better. That's why they always playing with dolls. They love accessorizing. And a lot of women be thinking their boyfriends are accessories that they can accessorize. I don't put this past her. She look like she'll definitely do it. Maybe lose this belt. Maybe roll up your jeans a little bit. How about these shorts, babe? Oh, those shorts too baggy. Like, it's in her. It's in her. I don't put it past her. She's a sweetheart and she's more modest, but I don't put it past her.
Like, when it comes to your outfit, you could always change your clothes.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
Oh, she's saying it in a good way. She's saying it don't matter.
Anime, I'm a big anime nerd.
Perfect.
Of course.
And she was saying, oh, anime is childish. I'm like...
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I told y'all, they know when they similar to somebody. I just said she seems like she aligned. Okay, so disregard what I said about the last woman. I disregard because I couldn't even see her. Disregard what I said about the last woman. This woman is actually much more his type. The other woman was too, but this woman, and I prefaced it with that. But yeah, but you see, she's like, I like anime. You can always change your clothes. Like I said, she has more substance. She clearly has more substance. Did I say she has more substance than all the women on the panel? I think I did. I was talking about her just 3 minutes ago. Her. Y'all give me my flowers. I was correct. I'll bow for y'all. I was correct.
But I just felt like you seem like a really cool individual. You seem really laid back. And the way you were responding to the other lady's answers, it wasn't defensive. It wasn't like, well, I know I'm good looking. But you seem very nice. You seem very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm looking for someone nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Let's walk on up here. Come on up.
Yeah, I'm with that.
So all the incels out there and everybody, it's because he's nice. I'm trying to tell y'all, see, she found him cool. She found him attractive. She found him cool, again, because he likes anime and she likes anime. And notice, she isn't dressed like a superficial whore. She's dressed modest. She has class. She's a little heavier. So she intrinsically won't be as superficial. She won't be as picky. She's much more lenient and she's much more logical. She can work with these things because she's actually more similar to him in mate value than these other women are. These other women are higher than him in mate value. All the women who rejected him are higher than him in mate value. That's obvious. That's apparent. These women are more attractive than he is physically. He doesn't have the musculature or the swagger to offset the fact that he's not as attractive as these women are physically. So he's lower in mate value than the women who pop their balloons. But her, she's dressed modest. She has a sweet voice. She's eloquent. She has substance. And she likes anime. And she finds him attractive. They're a match. Y'all see how this works? Human behavior is predictable when you really know human behavior. Like when you objectively know human behavior. Now, like 99% of the people on the internet talking about dating and relationships, trying to act like they know something, and none of y'all have ever studied a shred of actual psychology, evolutionary psychology or biology. Y'all just regurgitate what y'all hear on the internet, and then y'all think y'all know what y'all talking about. No, you actually have to have time in the field. You have to have experience personally, and you have to be able to identify things without being biased.
I'm with that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any final questions between either one of you before we move forward?
What is your type for the entire row? I just want to, do you have a type? Or is everyone your type?
No, definitely not everyone. I grew up in a like predominantly like my father and my mother, and they are both just black. So just beautiful black woman, you know what I mean? Like someone that just loves me for me, like I want to like keep the bloodline just like good, you know what I mean? Like
Strong.
exactly, like black is black, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just as really as simple as that. Like I've just seen good, beautiful black love, and that's what I want. It's just
As you should.
beautiful black
As you
love.
should.
You know what I mean?
Where would you take someone on your like?
Not someone, you.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you.
I apologize.
Yeah, where we going on our first date? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm like big on like I kind of like for a first date, I'm really big on like the picnic kind of setup. I know it's a little hot for that, but we can do like an afternoon to the sunset kind of like picnic date. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? With just like the sandwiches, the grapes, the water, the blanket. You feel me? Just enjoying the scenery, enjoying each other's company.
Strawberries.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They don't give a shit.
you know what I'm saying? So,
They don't give a shit. They ain't missing out on nothing in their opinion. They don't have that much substance. You can tell they want a guy who gonna go shopping with them at luxurious stores so they can blow money on the stupidest shit. They want to party in club and be on yachts. You can tell that's already the kind of women that they are. You can tell they already those kind of women. He got too much substance for him. So him and that woman, they're a good match. That's a good match.
so
Sheesh.
like I'm just a lover boy at the end of the day. So definitely just looking for
Take my
love.
balloon. You can have it.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, all right. Let me ask my little final question. So is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes. I like him.
So is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
We got a match! Okay, I'll take this mic and y'all can go on up. Oh!
So that was my reaction. I broke down a lot of things for you guys. There was a lot of pausing and explaining, but I needed you guys to get the gist of it and understand that a lot of the discourse online, men just misattribute the factors that they think women reject men on to things that they inherently believe would be the case with them. And that's really what it's about. It don't have nothing to do with being nice most of the time. Most of the time, if a woman sees you, especially in speed dating experiments like what this Pop the Balloon show is, this is essentially speed dating. In speed dating experiments, this is when you will see the most profound differences when it comes to the value that women place on physical appearance versus personality. Because women don't have the time to actually get to know you. Yeah, they can learn your name, what you do, and you can say a couple things that you're interested in, but in most speed dating experiments, women place a premium on physical attractiveness because it's the only thing they have to register about you. Just how you look aesthetically. That has nothing to do with being nice most of the time. Like I said, if you're a nice guy and a woman finds you attractive and she's sexually attracted to your appearance and to the masculinity that you exude, she's not going to dismiss you because you're too nice. She's not going to do that. She's going to actually find it cute. Now, it can become problematic if you're too agreeable, because that's what too nice typically means, too agreeable. But you won't know how agreeable a man is until you're actually in a relationship with him. Therefore, you can't assume that he's too nice. You can say that his voice ain't deep enough. He don't have enough confidence. He don't have enough charisma. But those things still take a back seat to his physical appearance, because if you're physically attractive, then your physical attraction between you and a woman, or how physically enticing she finds you, can offset the things that may become problematic down the line, such as her realizing that you may be a bitch. You may be soft. She'll give you the leeway initially when she first meets you if she finds you physically attractive. So you guys need to learn that and understand that. Don't have shit to do with you not being nice. That's not the X factor. The X factor is, am I physically attracted to you? Because looks matter to women first and foremost. It's all they have to go off of when they first see a man. How attractive is he? Then everything else falls in line and is subsequent to that. Once that's established, I catch you guys on the next dosage. Over and out.